If you are planning to study abroad, there is one exam that can decide your future, TOEFL. But most students start preparing without even understanding what this test really is. In this video, I will explain everything clearly: what TOEFL is, why it is important, and exactly what the new 2026 format looks like. Let's start from the beginning. TOEFL stands for Test of English as a Foreign Language. It is an international exam that measures your ability to use English in an academic environment. This means the test is not about basic English. It is about how well you can read academic texts, listen to lectures, speak in an organized way, and write clear academic responses. Universities use TOEFL to answer one question: can this student survive in an English-speaking university? That is the real purpose of the test. For example, can you understand a 5-minute lecture and take notes at the same time? Can you read a long passage and answer questions under time pressure? Can you explain your ideas clearly in speaking and writing? If yes, you are ready. If not, TOEFL will show it. Now let's talk about the structure of the test. The TOEFL IBT has 4 sections: reading, listening, speaking, and writing. The total test time is about 2 hours. Let's break it down very clearly. Reading section. You will have 2 passages. Each passage has 10 questions. You have 35 minutes total. This means 35 minutes divided by 20 questions equals about 1 minute and 45 seconds per question. But you cannot use all that time for each question. Realistically, 2 to 3 minutes for skimming the passage. About 1 minute for answering each question. So your real working time per question is close to 60 seconds. Listening section. You will listen to lectures and conversations. You will hear each audio only once. You cannot replay it. This means you must listen carefully, take notes quickly, and understand the main idea and key details at the same time. Speaking section. You will have 4 tasks. For each task, you get about 15 to 30 seconds to prepare, then about 45 to 60 seconds to speak. This is very important. You don't have time to think deeply. You must organize your ideas fast and speak clearly. Writing section. You will have 2 tasks. You need to read or listen to information, then write a clear and organized response. Time is limited, so structure is very important. Now let's talk about the new format in 2026 and what changed. Before, the TOEFL was longer and more tiring. Now, the test is shorter and more focused. Main changes. First, fewer questions. For example, reading now has only 2 passages instead of 3 or 4 in older versions. Second, shorter test time. Before, the test could take around 3 hours. Now it is about 2 hours. Third, more focus on real academic skills. Questions are designed to test how you think, not how much you memorize. This means you cannot rely on vocabulary alone. You must understand structure, logic, and meaning. Another important change: time pressure is now stronger. Because the test is shorter, each second matters more. You don't have extra time to relax or reread everything. You need strategy. Let me be direct. TOEFL is not a knowledge test. It is a performance test. It checks how fast you understand, how clearly you think, and how well you manage time under pressure. Many students have good English but low scores. Why? Because they don't know how the test works. That is exactly what we will fix in this series. In the next videos, we will go step by step: reading strategies and listening techniques, speaking templates and writing structure. And most importantly, we will practice like the real exam. If you prepare the right way, TOEFL is not difficult. But if you prepare randomly, even strong students struggle. Now you know what TOEFL really is. Next, we start with the reading section. And I will show you exactly how to approach it with real strategies in the next videos.